video, I've had a lot of people talk about the Target restock, the Target potential for the restock, all this stuff going on. So I figured I want to make a video on this and kind of showcase up some very good news when it comes to actual restocking news when it comes to Target, how the next Target drop is going to happen, and just overall, I think just very good, I guess, overall country news that's good for everyone and kind of good for the drops, all that type of stuff. So we'll kind of touch on that throughout this video. I mainly make this too as well because I've had so many people comment on it, probably because we have like 3 or 4 different Target videos and even had one earlier on today too as well, when we were talking about how like if Target or Best Buy is going to drop, and we're like, yeah, it's looking pretty likely, so be on the lookout for it. So I figured I'd make and go and just talk about this in general. So hi guys, if any of you guys are brand new, if you guys would like to go and subscribe, we are giving away to a PS5 to all of our subscribers, and also pop on the notification if you guys are still trying to get your consoles. We'll also try to probably have some pretty good like general game news and stuff throughout this weekend as well. We'll throw in some restock news if we hear some good stuff as well. So if you guys care about that stuff, I got you guys all around there. I also love you guys all that have been watching our more side videos. You guys are all fantastic, and I appreciate you guys all so much for even watching those in the first place. We always have the Amazon link down below if you guys are going to check and see for the PS5 restock for the warehouse or just cancellations or whatever. As we'll always have the Twitter and Twitch stream. Come say hi, come hang out either or, drop an Amazon Prime sub or whatever you guys want to go and do. And of course, also we have the Weeble. Sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go and get free stocks and free money. Literally, it's worth it. I've had like 1,000 people go and sign on up. Do it to it. Anyone who does it, I give the money to my mom. Same with ads on these videos as well. So if you guys ever watch an ad, I love you guys. And of course, Coinbase, if you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin as well. So thank you guys all so much for stopping by this video. So we have a few major topics we want to talk about. We'll talk about the stock overall really quickly first. You guys have probably seen a few videos on that already, but we can touch on that. And then also I want to more so touch on why this drop is going to be looking a lot more likely this next early week as well. And also just general good news all around for just restocks, restock in general, restocking news, and all of that good stuff. So if you guys, for some odd reason, have been living underneath a rock, I'm not sure what kind of rock you'd be under, but apparently you might be if you haven't heard that we've been seeing that Target has a lot of stock. We've had employees confirm that there's stock. We even have more employee stuff we'll touch on throughout this video. We've also seen that stores have been building up stock. Some places that had no stock before the last drop are now have bigger stock than before, so it never actually dropped. And basically a lot of things are leading towards another Target drop pretty soon. We don't know specific dates, you know, it's all rumors and speculations as always, but typically for Target, they don't like to sit on stock. They don't like to have stock in the back house. They don't like to have stock in the warehouses in general, and they keep on getting new stock coming on in all the time. So letting you guys know that there probably going to be another drop sometime in the near future. We don't know exactly when, as I mentioned, but we're kind of watching all the stock. So I'll do this really quick just in case you guys have seen this before, but we've seen a lot of folks over here who have sent us tweets, sent us like check the stores. If you guys want to, you guys can check throughout this weekend as well. I would love if you guys send me a Twitter picture, Twitter DM, if you guys go and scan your local Targets. When it comes to like, you can just Google PS5 barcode Target, PS5 digital barcode Target, and I would love if you guys can send me a Twitter DM or whatever, just so we can see the stock available around everywhere in general. As well, also to kind of touch on why it's going to drop sometime probably pretty soon. With a lot of stock still being available, we also never had a proper Target drop when it came to the digital, like the PS5 digital, because we did see those in stock. And then same thing too as well with the Xbox Series X and S's that we had to go worry about in general. So just letting you guys all know that there is stock available, there is stock confirmed, employees have confirmed stock. I'm sure you guys have all seen this. We can do a really quick showcase on over here, but you guys have probably seen some previous videos. We have like a 12 on hand, 12 in stock, or more Ahmed that actually had stock available before and went back on down. So they still did not fully drop all the stock, which is another big indicator there's gonna be one sometime soon. We have some other stuff over here like TK that has a 22 on hand. So once again, if you guys want to check your local Targets this weekend, don't go rush out there and get it. We have new news as well, don't worry. But don't rush out there and get it. Like if you just want to go and check it, send a DM, send a Twitter picture, whatever, I would see it, or some other stuff as well too as well. Or basically went to zero stock and actual stock over here from all that stuff. So let you guys all know on that one. So the nice, more so better news I want to go talk about is the fact that Texas now is mostly opened on up. Now it's not 100% still open on up. I still have a lot of people that are saying that they have rolling power, but thankfully now instead of having no power, it's now more so turned into like 45-minute increment powers. So everything's kind of coming back on. Stores are getting power again, which is kind of what we're going to majorly touch on. But also people can like, you know, leave the houses. I think, and one of the more major things too as well is that stores are getting actual shipments in from delivery companies. This is the biggest one I kind of want to go and press on and put attention on over here too as well, is that when it comes to all the restock news in general, all of Texas and a lot of the South are now, number one, their roads are starting to clear. or more so like they're kind of like able to go and actually move the infrastructure and get the proper infrastructure there, as well as with power coming back on. That means that also normal gas is coming back on, things are warming back on up, and the kind of the day-to-day life in Texas is going back to normal, and same with a lot of the other southern states. Now, why is this relevant? Why do you keep on bringing this on up? Because when it comes to places like Target and other locations, sometimes even Best Buy, and I would actually like to hear in the comments down below if any of you guys live in these Texas areas, if you guys were able to even get a Best Buy drop too as well. I'm actually kind of curious on that. But when you have all these places open on up, we have the stock available now, and more so the biggest thing, as I just mentioned, is when all the trucks can start delivering stuff again. That means that any Target store that may still be on the waiting for the actual stock, because this store has actually been going on for like a week now, and that does actually somewhat affect the stock available. So that basically means it's a lot nicer, because that means that these Target stores can now get the stock that they're overdue. So think in Texas, and we can kind of go and see if there's going to be stock available. If you guys didn't actually know how bad it kind of was, even some of the pictures, like people were freaking out, like stores were pretty much empty. You guys even go through some of these pictures as well. And like, this was bad. Like, I think a lot of people are underestimating how bad Texas was. And that's like, there's millions of people down in the South, like a lot of people. So this is also, I think, even a Target store as well. So you guys can see how empty the stores are. And no offense to people who like the consoles. I know a lot of you guys want the consoles. But when it comes to these major retailers, the Walmarts, Targets, whatevers, they care more about having food. And they care more about having, like, you know, survivable things, like necessities, versus a console. Like, that's just how it is. Like, they prioritize this on there. So there probably was a lot of Target trucks, a lot of Target issues, a lot of consoles that were delayed and just never showed on up. And you guys, I think the major issue for a lot of these things is they just never had a major restock that happened for anything. So basically, the roads were shut on down because they did not have the infrastructure to salt the roads, to clear out the roads, you know, snow truck drivers, etc. They just didn't have the stuff. That's kind of, I think, maybe a major reason why there were so many issues on Target, or potentially Target even delaying more. And I even mentioned this like for the past 3 days or so, but kind of more so showcasing a proof as well. But so the kind of like nice turn on all of this, and why I'm even mentioning this, is number one, as I mentioned, stores and places and areas are getting more so rolling power, or the power is fully back, which is good for the stores to kind of get everything back in motion, get the internet back working, get the stores in motion, get inventory in motion. Because all these stores also have to worry about the inventory, because if they can't go and sort the inventory, they can't run it as a business, and they can't, well, you know, do anything with it. They can't like sell products. It doesn't work. And then as well, on top of that, if they have no power, no internet, they can't go and even see stuff in the back end because they can't see what's available for the store. So it's harder to even go do online sales because you don't know how much stock your store has. And also on top of that too, with the fact that all the people have messed up roads down in Texas with all the snow and ice and sleet, you literally could not physically have the consoles in store. Like, this is what I've been saying for like 3 days. So like, they physically could not have those trucks show on up into the actual place at Target to go and even have the consoles in the first place, the Xbox, the PlayStations. And we knew the actual shipping dates were on the 13th to the 18th range from what we saw from employee leaks, and that was also coinciding with when the actual winter storm was going on, like the big polar vortex. And I kept on saying that was going to delay stuff up, and I think it's almost pretty much been confirmed that a lot of this stuff could have been affected by that as well. And I think one of the more last things to kind of focus on too, besides all of that stuff where, like, you know, there's issues with stock, store showing up, etc., and why it leads into another drop hopefully pretty soon, is because number one, we didn't really have that much stock available. So, you know, we saw like quite a few stores are pretty much instantly sold on out. But as well, on top of that, there was a lot of stores that they basically just never sold. Like, they literally just had no stock available. They just weren't live. And some did, but a lot of them didn't. So we can also maybe factor it in for a lot of the southern states that just never had any stock. And the stock is still there as we keep on seeing people checking your targets. That's why I want you guys to go check your targets, because basically it just means we have a chance to go and see if stock is still available or if stock moved up, etc. And then on top of that too, we also have more employees as well. I've had some Target employees saying that they are going back to work, or that their targets are slowly getting back into power as well. They're not 100% back to full-on production as of yet, but they are slowly getting there. And a lot, like, more so, they want to get the food first. They want to get like all the major necessities like baby diapers, etc., like things people need. And then they can start working towards the consoles, and I think that's where the priorities lie. And also, whenever the trucks start fully moving and all the places get fully restocked, then we can kind of more so maybe be on the major lookout for another Target drop, if all this stuff did affect it in the first place. You guys can let me know in your comments down below if you guys agree or disagree, but I personally think that Target kind of jumped the gun on the actual Target drop, and they didn't want to do it as soon as they did, and that's kind of why we've kind of been seeing a few little delays when it comes to, you know, just everything. And like you guys can even see, as I showed you guys up in stock, like the Targets were empty. There was just no movement anywhere. Like, there was no one driving. There was like literally no salt on the roads. It was icy. There was crashes. It was really, really bad, and the infrastructure wasn't set up for it. So when it comes to, like I said, it comes to this, there's millions of people living in the South. There's a lot of states that were affected, and that could be a major reason why Target kind of did like a very small drop, and they want to maybe do another drop in the very near future. Especially as we keep on seeing stock, we're seeing employees confirming their stock. We've had employees confirm that they actually had stock they never even sold, even bigger than the previous drops as well. Like, a lot of this stuff is just kind of, you guys can kind of add it on up that it makes a lot of sense on why it happened the way it did, and why there might be another Target drop coming very, very, very soon. So if you guys want to, as I mentioned, go and check your local Targets, send me a video, send me a Twitter DM, send me a picture, whatever you guys want to go and do. I don't mind at all. I'm 100% okay with that. I'd like to see it and showcase it on up. We'd love to see if there's stock available, if there's big stock, etc. And also let me know your region, of course, too, so we can kind of go compare. I do think there's gonna be another Target drop sometime in the near future. We don't know when specifically. We'll keep our eyes on it and make some videos on it as we keep on seeing stock available. But like I said, if you guys can, send me a picture, send me a DM, send me a whatever you guys can, go through all throughout the day itself, because I would like to go and see it overall in general. We can kind of touch on this and touch on it tomorrow if you guys go and send more pictures and go from there. But that's about it for my ideas in the, I guess, for the actual video itself. It is good news that everything is moving. It's good news that everything is flowing. It's good news that we're seeing Target employees having a chance to get back to work. It's good news that we're seeing all the stock, and it's also overall probably really good for almost every major retailer, because that could also make stock from Sony moving back and forth a lot easier as well. So I think it's kind of good news. I think it's nice things to go and see. I think it's kind of more us moving towards a nice direction. And I think this Target drop is looking a lot more likely, especially as we keep on seeing the big stock showing on up. So thank you guys all so much for watching. Leave your comments down below, your thoughts down below, and all that good stuff as well. As always, we made a few videos throughout the day. If you guys want to check those on out, we even made a new kind of little cool Sony video as well. And we also did have some other news with Amazon too. So those are all linked down below, or just on the channel if you guys want to. Make sure you guys are subscribed, especially for the PS5 giveaway, or just for if you guys want to get your restocks or like Sony news. Also, make sure you guys pop on the notifications for the channel as well. Leave a like if you guys enjoy these videos. Comment down below your thoughts. As always, we have the Amazon link down below to check for Amazon warehouse sales or anything of the sorts as well. Link down below, or cancellations. The Twitter and Twitch stream, would love if you guys pop to follow on either or. And of course, the Weeble, sign up for Weeble, deposit $100, and you guys go and get free stock and free money. Literally go do it too. It's so easy. And of course, also Coinbase, if you guys buy $100 worth of any cryptocurrency, you guys go and get free Bitcoin as well. All those are always linked down below. Thank you guys all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys up in the next one. And hopefully this Target drop will come up pretty soon. Hopefully some of you guys actually had some good drops all throughout this week too as well. Love you guys all, and I'll see you guys up in the next one.